Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Dr. Dina McGrady. I'm super excited to be here with you. Taylor asked me to come on and rock out a training for everyone here at the She Network. And I'm so excited because I feel like what I'm going to train with you on tonight has changed my business so much and has really it caused explosive growth in my business that I want to train you guys so that you guys can implement these same strategies when it comes to Facebook groups and special short spurts of training in Facebook groups that make a gigantic difference in helping people advance. So as a leader, how have you been? I want to just ask you guys and comment below and let me know. First of all, let me know where you're coming in from. Hi, guys. Comment. Let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know if you're watching the live or if you're watching the replay. Comment live or replay below. And let me know the city. Where in the world are you coming from? And let me just stop really quick to acknowledge that all of you, everyone here, my fellow network marketers, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the efforts that you've been giving, the way you're showing up, the way you're rocking out this business during this crazy quarantine time. And I haven't seen, I don't know about you, Taylor, if you've felt this way, but I haven't seen a lot of people slowing down. If anything, I've seen everyone speeding up. I've seen all of you guys showing up in the biggest way, speeding up your business, because right now, out of tragedy, worldwide tragedy, there lies opportunity. And when you really think about it, as a network marketer, as an entrepreneur, we're resourceful. And so when you think about being resourceful, that means figuring it out. That means finding a way to grow and to come out of this horrible quarantine pandemic, come out of it in a light where you're ahead of the game, where you come out, you show up in a big way, you come out, and then you win because of it, right? And that's what I'm really excited about for you guys. I want to show you a way to win during this time period. And so for me, I was recognizing that I had a lot of growth in my business. I had a lot of really excited high achievers, but then they were mixed in with everyone in my Facebook group, and I wasn't able to really hone in on them, okay? And as you know, and this is the Thompson, isn't it, Taylor? Tell me, is it this called the Thompson rule? The 80-20-15 or 80-15-5, I think it's called the Thompson rule. And this is where it applies. So 80% of your team is just in it for the community, is just in it for the culture, is just in it for the fun, right? 80% of your people are happy with just making $500 a month, and they're not stressed, they're not motivated to do more, they're not ambitious, and that's okay, right? Because our organization is built of a whole lot of people doing a little bit. And every leader is okay with that, okay? So if you guys are okay with that, if you're okay with having a gigantic organization where everyone does a little bit, comment 1 below in the chat, okay? I want to know if I'm alone in that, but that's what I want, right? And so the 80%ers are the ones that do a little bit. This Facebook group training, this is how to utilize Facebook groups to really help the 15%ers and the 5%ers, okay? So this is really geared towards the 15%ers and the 5%ers, and we just let the 80%ers do their thing. We let them stay in the big group. We let them show up on all the team masterminds. We let them rah-rah and have fun and come to team events as much as possible. But the 15%ers are the ones that have the drive, the skill, the ambition, and the desire to go all the way. So this training is about helping separate those that have that strong desire and that really want to go all the way, separating them out, giving them special attention, special care, special training, special love, so that they can get to the next level, okay? So this is what I did. So the start of the pandemic happened, I'm not sure what timing, I want to say March 15th, right? Or something around mid-March. Around that time, I was like, I got to do something. I think all of us collectively, all network marketers were scrambling. We were all thinking, what are we going to do to keep our team engaged, keep everyone moving forward, keep everyone in action, right? And productive. And so there was a point where all of us were figuring out, we were doing the figure it out job, right? And so this is something that I had utilized in the past and I perfected it. And now I'm going to give it to you guys on a platter. So be ready to take notes, okay? So Facebook groups, this is what I decided to do. I decided to make it they had to qualify to get in, okay? It's up to you how you want them to qualify. They have to qualify to get in. Why? Because it's an achievement. They have to feel like they were hand-selected and that they worked just a little bit to get in, okay? It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be something they can achieve, but make sure they qualify and exert effort to get in, okay? So it's not just anyone gets in. They have to be a high achiever. They have to have the potential, but they also you had to be able to watch their feet, not their mouths. And their feet were moving, okay? That's the key. So they have to qualify. For me, I had them have to do a certain amount of business volume. They had to have a certain amount of business volume, and there were a bunch that were just below it, and I challenged them to get there by the end of the month in April, and all of them were running for it. So that's the exciting thing, is when you see that someone's super close, you dangle a carrot, an incentive, and then they run for that incentive, and then it shows them what they're made of. Has nothing to do with us, has nothing to do with me. It's helping them recognize their capabilities and their potential. And there's nothing more gratifying for a leader than helping people reach their highest potential. That's just the biggest thing. Okay, so they have to qualify to get in. They have to qualify and know their potential to get in. This is a 60-day group. You can do it any amount of time. I've seen it happen for 90 days. I've seen it happen for 10 weeks, 8 weeks. This is a 60-day group, the one that I'm doing. The reason being is I've done 90-day groups in the past, and people fall off around the 60-day mark, right? Okay, so the purpose of the group. The purpose is to separate the high achievers and give them the energy that they need, right? So here's the thing. People that are really ambitious, when they're in a group or in a room with a lot of people that are kind of complacent and just kind of content and happy where they are, they feel like a fish out of water. So the purpose is to take the people that are high achievers, take the people with all the desire that want to go to the top of your comp plan, and separate them in a special way to give them the attention, the energy, the drive, the training, the special attention they need. And then they're around all the other high achievers. And what happens? It's contagious, okay? So we separate them. We give them a special Facebook group. We give them a special messenger thread. We tell everyone that they have to engage and be active in the group, or they get kicked out, okay? So that's the key. They have to engage, they have to be active, or they get kicked out. The purpose of the group is for growth. It's for new growth. It's for helping those people achieve more. It's for helping the ones that you know have got what it takes get to the next level. And so for this group, the purpose is to recruit 15 new people. Every single one of us is on a recruiting spree. I'm on a recruiting spree with them, right? So I'm in the trenches with them. And their purpose is to recruit 15 new people and then to create layers. So 15 new people, and then help each of those 15 people recruit 3. And you want it so that by the end of the 60 days, those people have 4 layers, right? It's driving depth and helping them learn how to recruit. It's helping them learn how to really go on a focused recruiting spree. And then also It helps them to get organized, to get the skill sets, the practice, that they need to be better at their skill sets. And then helps them get the duplication, right? So they recruit 15 new people and then help those 15 people recruit 3. So it's getting the duplication muscles going, teaching them how to onboard people, teaching them what it takes to be a leader, okay? So that's the key. They have a separate messenger thread, separate Facebook group, and separate incentives and challenges, okay? So the one that I'm doing right now is called Extreme Leadership Team. You can name it anything you want. You can name it, I've heard other people call theirs the accelerators. I had one before that was called the Elite, the Diamond Elite Club. I've had the VIPs, I've had all sorts of different names. You can name it anything you want, but just make sure the name is catchy, trendy, and makes them feel special. That's all that matters. And then the separate messenger thread is for separate promotions, separate reminders of different calls, things like that. Okay, they only get to stay if they're active and if they're engaged. And then after the first month, new people can join. But here's the key, guys. After the first 30 days, you might have to go through a little bit of cleaning out, right? So you might have to clean out any that haven't been active, that haven't been engaged, that aren't showing up. And that's when you can have a call with them and ask them why. Just say, how you doing? If it's not the time for you, that's okay. I'm going to take you out now, but you can come back anytime you're ready. And this isn't something you do all the time, right? It might be seasonal. It might be anytime you feel like there's a lull. Why? Because it gives you a second job. And you don't necessarily always want to do the second job, but you do want, and you want it to be special, right? You want it to be something that's really special. Everyone's rushing to get in, okay? So in that group, these are some of the things I've been doing, okay? Take notes. I do a Facebook Live every single morning, and we call it hashtag 12-minute mornings, okay? Hashtag 12-minute mornings. We do it every morning. It's going to be on topics that they need to hear. Recruiting strategies, sales strategies, how to close, the key to following up, Facebook Lives. What's the best way to do Facebook Lives? So many people have not gone public on Facebook Live. How many, if you guys are making it a regular part to do your Facebook Lives, comment 2 below. I would like to know that. So I want my people to be proud, excited. I want them to go public. I don't necessarily want them to be a walking billboard for their product. Definitely don't want that. But I do want them to be proud of being an entrepreneur. I want them to be inspirational and motivational, but more than anything, I want them to be authentically them and happy. And I want them to always be stretching their comfort zones, right? So when they're stretching their comfort zones, that's when they're growing. And if you're not growing, you're dying, right? So as a leader, you're going to be always helping your people have that growth, and telling them stories on how bad you were at the beginning, right? Because we all started somewhere. We all had really bad Facebook Lives at the beginning. We've learned as we go, but we wouldn't have learned if we didn't get in the arena and actively do it, right? And so that's what you want to do with your people. You want to hold their hand, help them get into action, and help them, to speak their truth and tell their story and attract the right people to them, right? Law of attraction is very real. And so they have to attract the type of people that are meant to be on their team, right? So these are the things that I do. I do the 12-minute mornings every morning. And what's neat, guys, is they start looking for it. So today I was a little bit behind schedule. I was at the clinic with patients today. I'm a holistic doctor. And my team was writing me, "Where you at, Dr. Dana? Where you at?" Right? And so they start looking for it. They start waiting for it. They start having it in their, in their schedule that's every morning at 11 a.m. The reason we do 11 a.m. Eastern is because we have a lot of team in, Pacific Standard Time and Mountain Standard Time. And so if we do 11 a.m. Eastern, it gives everyone a chance to be on. Okay. So 12-minute morning Facebook Live. I don't always do them myself. Sometimes I delegate, right? If there's someone else that has an incredible training, I ask them to do it, to step out of their comfort zone, to train in front of their peers, right? That's a really good growing lesson. The next thing we do a mastermind Zoom once a week. In the mastermind Zoom, this is going to be where you do a training, and this is going to be a higher level training. This is a type of training that you can't say to your whole team, okay? This is a type of training that you can't say to the 80%ers. This is the way you can speak to the 15%ers and the 5%ers, okay? These are the people that want it. They're the ones that are ready to go do anything to go after it. You can talk to them about leadership, you can talk to them about getting after it. You can talk to them about launching their business in a gigantic way. You can have the higher level conversations with them that you can't have with 80%ers, okay? So that's the key. So you want to do a special training just for them at their level, and always leave them hungry for growth. Always challenging them on where they're going next. What's their next goal, right? If they're hungry, give them something to do. Give them action steps that are going to help them get results. Getting them results is the best thing you can ever do for your people as a leader. Okay, so it's going to be a deeper training mastermind, and then I open it up. When I open it up, that's where every single person has a chance to come on and say what's working in their business and also what's not working. Okay, that's the key. It's a time period for all of us to be together, to bond, to grow those relationships, and then also specialized coaching can happen on that weekly mastermind. Our first weekly mastermind took about 2 hours just for the amount of people on it, but the last week's took about an hour and 15 minutes. And I like to keep it less. I want them to have just enough to get into action, but I don't want it to be so much that it's a distraction. Does that make sense? So I don't want it to take so much time that it takes up their whole day and they're not in action. That's the key, okay? Okay, so the next thing that happens in this group, we have special incentives. We have a weekly challenge. So the weekly challenge, for instance, every week, we've only been doing it for about 2.5 weeks. Every week, I have them do a video challenge where they have to do a Facebook Live in the group. This is important, and it's so crazy how many people struggle with it. They have a lot of trouble. It really puts them out of their comfort zone, but at the same time, it trains them how to do Facebook Lives on their public Facebook, right? Because they're among their peers. They can feel comfortable among their peers, but the topics I give them aren't easy, okay? So the first week I made them, what did I make them do? It's so fun. So the first week I made them introduce themselves and say their goal for April, okay? That was easy. The second week, I had them describe what they wanted to accomplish in this group and I wanted them to pick 3 words that are their words. The words that describe what they want to do in the world, who they want to impact. So for example, the 3 words for me were service, impact, and I can't remember now. Some of the words that I saw were like education. Let me think. So many good words, but motivate, education. Basically, a lot had impact, right? So it's like, what do you want? What are your 3 words that describe your business? And then what do you want to do in the world? And then put it in a video, right? So it's just challenging them to be able to say that business story, be able to really be comfortable telling their story of their why and what's important about it. The one that we're doing this week is a challenge on, hold on one second, let me think about it. The one we're doing this week is, one thing I want to say before I end this training is not this week, but next week. I'm actually going to have them do a video where they have to really think about it and I'm going to have them do their obituary. Okay. What is your obituary going to say? And I saw this in another group I'm a part of, and it really was like, whoa, in a coaching group. And doing your own obituary, right? Why? What are people going to say about you? What did you accomplish? What kind of person were you? What kind of life did you lead? How many people did you change and impact? And it's never about income, guys. It's always about the lives that were changed, right? In an obituary. So I want them to think outside the box. And this is a great way to do that. This is a good, in the Facebook groups, it's a way where you can push these people with the higher desire in a way that they're challenged enough, but it's away from the 80%ers, so it doesn't upset everyone. We're not just speaking to the high achievers. We speak to everyone in the normal Facebook group, and we separate the high achievers away. Okay. The last but not least, this is the last thing that I have them do. I have them give their own shout outs. So every single time they sign up someone new, every single time they sign up a new customer, a new prospect, a new affiliate, a new distributor, they have to post it in the group with what the person signed up. That's key. Okay. So why, first of all, I found that this really drives people. They are thinking about being able to do that post while they're signing the person up. Like, they get really excited about doing that post. It keeps them active. And it's just something as simple as a block post with new affiliate with 300 BV order, something like that. But then everyone gets to celebrate. And then what happens is the group is active with a whole lot of videos, a whole lot of deep thinkers, and a whole lot of action, right? People are on a recruiting spree. So who's signing people up? And they're doing it and posting it in the group. So that is exciting for them. I really hope that this gave you guys a lot of meaty nuggets. I hope that you have a lot of thoughts around this. Obviously, what I would say is take this foundation and make it yours, right? So this is a foundation of Facebook groups, this type of Facebook group I've been doing for years, but this twist on it this time is brand new. And when I first learned about it, I had to make my own twist on it as well, right? So take the foundation and make your own twists. Make it authentically you for your team with your leadership behind it. But I promise you guys, you're going to get growth. You'll challenge the people that need to be challenged. You'll help people rank advance, which that's what it's all about, helping other people win. The only way to get them to stay long enough to get the skill sets needed is to help them win along the way, okay? And they need to stay long enough for you to help train them in the skill sets they need, or they train themselves, or they pour into books and they have to learn, right? People have to learn how to do it, and it takes time. So help them get those small wins by keeping them in a group like this, keeping them motivated, keeping them in producing, in a mode of producing, right? And getting results during this quarantine time. Otherwise, guys, there's going to be distractions. They're going to watch the news and they'll get downhearted. Your whole team could very well slow down right now. And you want to be the leader that's proactive enough, that sees the need, that steps up and shows up for your team, and that actually makes something happen so that everyone gets the support, love, and action steps they need in order to succeed during this time of tragedy. So remember, in time of tragedy, there lies opportunity. And so by stepping above and being the leader and using this foundation of Facebook group, this Facebook group foundation, you can help support the people that really want it. And you can create some awesome winners and create some business success stories out of this time period. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm Dr. Dana McGrady. I love the She Network. I love Taylor. Like, how incredible is Taylor? Please comment below something you love about that beautiful woman. She has a heart of gold, and I'm so grateful for everything she's done, all of the hard work that she's poured into this group. We are all so grateful for you, Taylor. Thank you so much. Love you guys so much. Have the best night ever. I hope I was able to help you. Bye, guys.